Prophecy, Psalm 69 verse 4 and fulfillment, John 15 verse 25 hated without a cause. The Bible, a profound tapestry of prophecies and their fulfillment, unveils various aspects of the life and mission of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. One such prophecy is found in Psalm 69 verse 4, where the psalmist laments, "Those who hate me without cause are more than the hairs of my head. Many are those who would destroy me, my enemies who accuse me falsely." This prophetic verse finds its fulfillment in the New Testament, specifically in John 15 verse 25, as Jesus himself declares that he is hated without a cause. In this video, we will explore the prophecy in Psalm 69 verse 4, examine its fulfillment in John 15 verse 25, and reflect on the profound significance of Jesus being hated without a cause. Unveiling Psalm 69 verse 4, the suffering servant. Psalm 69 is a heartfelt cry of distress and persecution, often referred to as a Messianic psalm due to its prophetic implications regarding the suffering of the Messiah. In verse 4, the psalmist vividly expresses the unjust hatred and false accusations he faces from his enemies. This prophetic verse foreshadows the coming of the Messiah, who would experience unfounded hostility and animosity from those around him. The fulfillment in John 15 verse 25, Jesus' confession. The fulfillment of Psalm 69 verse 4 is powerfully revealed in the New Testament, particularly in John 15 verse 25. In this passage, Jesus is in the midst of his farewell discourse with his disciples, preparing them for his imminent departure. He speaks of the world's hatred towards him and his followers, acknowledging that their enmity is without any justifiable cause. Jesus says, "But this word is fulfilled in their law, they hated me without a cause." By citing Psalm 69 verse 4, Jesus explicitly refers to the prophecy of the unjust hatred directed at him, affirming the fulfillment of the psalmist's lament. The profound significance of Jesus being hated without a cause. The fulfillment of Psalm 69 verse 4 in John 15 verse 25 carries profound theological implications and spiritual significance for believers and all of humanity. 1. The innocence of Christ. The fulfillment highlights the innocence of Jesus. Despite living a life of perfect righteousness and love, he faced undeserved animosity and hostility. 2. The cost of discipleship. The fulfillment underscores the cost of discipleship. Just as Jesus was hated without cause, his followers may also experience persecution and opposition for their faith. 3. The rejection of God's love. The fulfillment reveals humanity's rejection of God's love. Jesus, the embodiment of divine love, was met with hatred from a world that failed to comprehend or accept him. 4. The fulfillment of prophecy. The fulfillment signifies the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies. Psalm 69 verse 4 is a poignant example of how prophecy finds its completion in the person and mission of Jesus Christ. 5. The Savior's compassion. The fulfillment shows Jesus' understanding of human suffering. As he experienced hatred without a cause, Jesus empathizes with his followers who endure similar hardships. Conclusion. Psalm 69 verse 4 prophetically captures the suffering and unjust hatred faced by the Messiah, while John 15 verse 25 fulfills this prophecy through Jesus' own words. The fulfillment magnifies the innocence of Christ and the cost of discipleship for his followers. It reflects humanity's rejection of God's love and underscores the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies in Jesus. As we contemplate the fulfillment of this prophecy, may we find profound significance in understanding the depth of Christ's suffering and his compassionate identification with those who endure hostility and persecution for their faith. Let us respond with courage, perseverance, and unwavering devotion to Jesus, the one who endured hatred without a cause for the sake of our redemption. May the reality of Jesus' unjust suffering inspire us to embody his love and compassion in a world that often misunderstands or rejects the message of the gospel. As we reflect on Jesus being hated without a cause, may we find strength and solace in knowing that he is with us in our trials and that his love and grace sustain us through every challenge we face. Let us seek to follow Jesus, embracing his example of love and forgiveness, and proclaim his message of reconciliation and salvation to a world in need of his transformative power. May we find hope in the assurance that, through Jesus Christ, we have overcome the world and that His love conquers all hatred and animosity directed towards us.